So, Mr. Singh, as a one-time chairman of Bakassi local government area, what is your assessment so far of the Bakassi resettlement program?
Thank you, everyone in the studio. I want to give you my own view of the entire situation. Most of the times when people get into office, they must know the magnitude of their duty. I think that SEMA and most of the agencies that has to do with the resettlement of Bakassi have not gotten it right because they have not engaged the people thoroughly.
Okay.
So the foundations of the later for the rescue was faulty. Everything about it was faulty. I've listened to the DG carefully. I want to correct one impression.
Go ahead, sir.
Wherever he went to, I think that it is wrong for him to claim that that is Antaima. That is an established village called Inakbaife with a specific village head. And for the records, there are no refugees or returnees in that place. That place is a fishing port with an established little population. But some people take advantage of their height and status to reach government officials and misinform them and misdirect them. So when he went there, he went to the wrong place and established the fact that that is Antaima. No, that is not Antaima. I say it again and again. The place known as Antaima is in Cameroon, the Republic of Cameroon. It can be challenged at any level. Then 2, refugees that came from Cameroon, from Bakassi, when the sitting took place in 2007, reported at Ikang. We took over those refugees and we looked for a place, a location that was good, and then government established a refugee camp there for them and built the place. After that, I know that people have been taking advantage of this situation to multiply refugees, maybe for some certain benefit or maybe for some certain political advantage. So I stand to think that this was a wrong mission, and of course it will crash land. How the relief materials were divided, as has been said by the DG, you could see it could cause a problem in Bakassi. How would you divide a relief material in 3 places? Antaima is supposed to be a ward, so you give one ward. That means there's a political influence, influencing one political ward. What is the who owns that? Who is the big wheat from that word? It is just one name you will hear. And then you divided it into riverine and mainland. So what about other words in the riverine? So it was completely wrong. So I think that the proper thing should be done. Government agencies should engage the people and have a correct data of what they are about to do before they commence. I know that we as leaders did go to the DG SEMA to tell the DG that we are involved, but I'm sure in his wisdom he handed over the relief materials to the Olga, who completely sidelined everybody and went with the instruction of Senator Giwa and handed over the materials to the people Ita had set up as a committee to manage the sharing of the relief material. Whatever happened in that place, a lot of Bakassi people do not know. The returnees do not know. That is my view on the entire saga.
Okay, before we let you go, I would ask you, you've been local government chairman in Bakassi, and I want to find out what is the process, because the Olga, the head of local government administration, that's what we are calling Olga for the benefit of the listeners at home, was the one that was handed over the materials. And you have been chairman. What are the modalities? When are the materials supposed to be handed over to a local government chairman? And if it is yes, what having handed over them to a local government chairman, is the chairman supposed to hand them over to another committee, or what are the modalities? How is it supposed to be done?
Well, here we have emergency relief material. As chairman,
yes, sir.
The materials, first of all, was not meant for the local government. It was meant for a particular location that had a disaster. So now there was no disaster. 2, if you hand over a relief material to the authorities in the local government, they are supposed to get to the targeted population to do it. But here, since there was no targeted population, the Olga decided maybe to share it politically, because there is no place like that. And these materials, if you see the quantum of it, I bet you if all these materials went to that location, there will not be enough people to take those materials. So here is a situation that I have said it before, the foundations were faulty, the alarm was faulty. Don't forget, please, note, Bakassi is no longer an emergency. So it should not be under state emergency management. Bakassi has been 10 years. A crisis has been 10 years. So it should be under a commission. Okay. It is no longer emergency. So if you have a fire disaster that took some few houses away, it's not supposed to be a problem. But people use this opportunity to raise alarm, maybe to get an advantage and divert us from the real core issues of Bakassi.
All right, Mr. Esin is the former local government chairman of Bakassi, and he's throwing a lot of light on those issues. But we also need to tell you that according to the United Nations, if you are displaced across borders, you are regarded as a refugee. But if you are displaced within your country, they are called internally displaced persons. We needed to say that. Jonathan, I'm sure you want to ask the Honorable something.
Yes, but just before a United Nations representative once told Governor Yadi in 2015 that Bakassi refugees, or IDPs as the case may be, were nearly reduced to a state of statelessness. That means they were a people without a country.
Yeah.
That's just it. But I'll go to you, Honorable Ekpo, as a legislator.
Please let me correct that issue before you go. That statelessness, go and define it. Those are the core issues we are talking about, citizenship and other issues concerning environment. Yeah. If we hang on the United Nations report, you know that we have deeper issues. The Bakassi people, the United Nations representative was talking about, were those on the other side of the border, on the Cameroon side, that have this heavy situation that the state is on the country is not addressing. It was not these people on this side who the United Nations think that they are comfortable in their country.
Right. But as we round up, as you just share your last thought, we have only 1 minute. Can we conveniently say that leaders of Bakassi have turned the plight of those people to a milking cow?
Yes, I will agree with your position right now that leaders have misguided government, has derailed the process of resettlement and reconciliation and rehabilitation of Bakassi people. But it is an opportunity for government to re-engage the Bakassi people, to know the length and breadth of the Bakassi issue, and to bring to the front burner the major issues affecting Bakassi people, cross-riverians, and so on. Okay. The major issues have been put under the carpet for rice and beans. There are other bigger issues in terms of resources, in terms of environmental issues, in terms of citizenship. Okay. They are major issues.
All right, Honorable, I'm just wondering what Giwa would do with 20 bags of rice. She's perceived to be a rich woman. A bag of rice, bag of gari, bag of cement. Can it be that mundane?
I just heard that from the DG SEMA that he had handed over some of those items to President Senator Francis Giwa. For us, we are, as I said earlier, the committee has two committees. The committee has been set up. And
I heard she was summoned. Did she come?
No, not yet. We have not reached that stage.
Oh, okay.
I believe that by the time we are through with the assignment of the committee, we'll be able to unravel all the mysteries that are surrounding.
All right, amazing.